Hello everyone, I'm Saranya, working as a assistant professor from SNS College of Technology. Today we are discuss about in relational models for normal formalization. First of all, the normal forms are a set of progressive rules for the relational schemas that reduce the redundancy and prevent the data anomalies. And then each normal form uh, is stricter than the previous one. That meeting the higher the normal form to imply the lower ones are the satisfied. And Uh, and the benefits of using the normal forms are the reduce the duplicate and then wasted storages, the prevent the insert, update, delete and then anomalies, to improve the consistency and integrity, to make a schemas to easier to maintain and then evolve. Then types of normalization. There are the 6 types of normalization. First one is first normalization, second normalization, third normalization, and BCNF, and fifth one normalization. The first of all, the first normalization is the all the columns contain the automatic values, that means the individuals values. Then each row is an unique for, and then the no duplicate rows. Then each columns have a unique name, and the order in which the data is stored does not matter. For the examples of first normalization is the, if the table has a column in phone numbers, that has stored the multiple phone numbers in the single cell. It violates the first NF. To bring into the first NF, you need to separate the phone numbers into the separate individual rows. The second one is in a second normalization form. The second normalization is it is satisfy the condition of the first normalization and additionally contains the no partial dependency exists, and then meaning the every non-prime attributes and must the depend on the entire primary and are not just two part of it. For the examples of second normalization is consist of for the composite key, that means the student ID or course ID. If the student name is depends on only on the student ID and not on the entire key. And then to normalize to move the student name is into the separate table where it too the depends on only on the student ID. The next thing is an third normalization form. The third normalization form is satisfied into the second normalization form, and there then additionally there are the no transitive dependencies. And is the similar terms, the non-prime attribute should not depend on other non-prime attributes. For the examples, to consider the table with a student ID, course ID and instructor. If the instructor is depend on the course ID and course ID depends on the student ID, then the instructor indirectly depends on the student ID, which violates the 3NF. To resolve this, the place instructor in the separate table like into the course ID. The next thing is the BCNF. BCNF boys code normal form, and it is the stricter version of the third normalization form, and wherefore the every non-trivial functional dependency, that means the x tends to y or x must be a super key, it is a unique identifier the record from the tables. and then the y is a table. For the examples of the dependency dependent for the examples of table has a dependency of student id and course id if the instructor but neither the student id or course id is the super key, then it's the BCNF. To bring it into the BCNF is decompose the table to such that then easy and each determinant is the candidate id, and then the fifth one is an fifth normal form is like here the table of fourth NF and it is a BCNF and has a no multi-value dependency. A multi-value dependency occurs when one attribute determines the another and both attributes are independent of all other attributes. The first of all the normalization is consist of the first normal form is then eliminating the duplicate records, and second one is then eliminating the partial dependency, and third one is then eliminating the transitive dependency, and fourth one is then the BCNF is consist of the strongest form of 3NF, and fifth one is removing multi-valued dependency, and sixth one of the fifth normal form is consist of the eliminating the joint dependency, and it is the table of the 4NF and all joint dependencies are removing this form to ensure that every tables are fully decomposed into the smaller table is for smaller tables that are logically connected within the losing informations. For the example, if the table 2 contains the student ID, course and instructor and there are easier dependency where are all combines of these columns are needed for the specific relationship, would you the split into the smaller table to removing the redundancy. Thank you.